Hey guys.
Alright, we're here to check out the second video on this Monday. Now this is an interesting one because this is a Patreon request from the band themselves asking us to check them out. So, you know what? These guys, they put their money where their guitar solos are, or their breakdowns, whatever. I don't know what kind of sound we're gonna get from these guys.
Yeah.
But whatever it is, they didn't hold back. They didn't try to hide behind a fake name.
They just used
or saying like, I'm a fan of the band. Can you check this
or
band
just
out?
one member of the band.
No, they sign up as the band themselves and it's like, check us out. Come on, give us some playtime.
This is gonna
Come
be
and
the
check
first
us
time
out.
this has happened.
You know, kudos to them for having the balls to not hide behind a fake name or whatever. So,
Yeah.
on that alone, I'm here to check out their video. Plus, they're from Finland. So this band is made up of members of 10 other bands.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is true or not, but
Most likely.
I don't think I'm that far off. Most likely. All right, so the name of the band is Distress of Ruin. The name of the song is Solace of the Night. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right, let's do this. what is this guy? I've seen better acting on porno flicks. Like what was the point of this dude?
That guy looks so oblivious to what was happening.
Dude,
he's like a kid who just got lost and found his way, and he's like, "Ooh, pretty."
Yeah, it looks like Chief Wiggum's son. You know, like
I'm in danger.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that. But the dude, the singer, the guy with the harsh vocals, the dude is fucking jacked. His arm has muscles. His muscles have muscles. He reminded me of the lead singer from Harm's Way.
Yeah.
But the guy from Harm's Way goes shirtless. I don't think I've ever seen the guy from Harm's Way with pants or a shirt. I don't know. Have you guys ever
shorts?
Shorts and like all stars and no shirt. Like I don't think he has any shirts like at home. Like the guy's just like, fuck it. If you have it, flaunt it. I'm assuming that's kind of his. I mean, if I had his fucking body, I would probably do the same thing.
I'd do the same thing.
I would just go like, oh, shirts are too small for me, and then just kind of rip it, and then just.
Or I'd only wear like the ones without the sleeves.
Fuck that! Like, have you seen the guy from Harm's Way? The fucking dude. Not only he's jacked, he's got tattoos all over the place. Fuck, just go shirtless. Fuck, he can rock it, not me. Fuck, the guy's got a 6-pack. I have a fucking keg and a half. So
he has 6-pack abs. I have 6-pack flabs. So.
Okay, so well, there you go. Anyways, but this dude was fucking jacked.
Yeah.
I was actually expecting him, because the moon and everything, I was expecting him to transform himself into a Wolverine or a Wolforce. The way he was like
Wolverine.
Well, he kind of reminded me a little bit of Wolverine. The way he had his arms, like, you know, like I was expecting the claws to come out and go full on Wolverine. No, you're not feeling that? All right, maybe that was just me. Regardless, the dude was jacked, and he had a great voice. So, what do you think about this band from Finland?
I enjoyed it, dude. I have no idea what the fuck that guy had to do with the video.
No, let's move on from that, because I think that's irrelevant.
Yeah, because he kind of was just like stumbling around, then he started smearing shit on his face.
He's maybe the guy who financed the video, so.
And they're like,
we have to put him in.
We'll put him in.
He's our sugar daddy. We got to put him in somehow.
He was their Uber driver, and they didn't have a way of paying him, so they're like, you know what, you can be in the music video, and we'll pay you something from the video.
Yeah, you're gonna get tons of publicity.
Yeah,
people are gonna hire you to be in their videos. I don't know who would do that.
I don't know who would do that.
But
yeah.
anyways,
but no, the song was good. I enjoyed those harsh vocals and the clean vocals on top of the harsh vocals.
But I like the fact that the clean vocals before that, they came in just on their own.
Yeah.
Then after that, they came in as a combo.
But I think the combo was the best.
Oh, I like them on their own too.
On their own was good, and same with the harsh vocals. But the combo, you know, the combo is usually, in any situation in your life, the combo is usually...
You can always go with a combo.
The combo is usually the way to go.
It's always the way to go. I got some major Insomnium vibes the moment the song started.
Of course.
It had that... What do you mean, of course? Is it obvious?
I mean, you said Finland, and then I saw Solace.
Not every band from Finland sounds like Insomnium. That's super... You know how disrespectful that is to Insomnium? Not to the other bands. To Insomnium,
you know? Say racist.
No, they're disrespectful, because some bands try to be like them, but they can't even tie their own shoelaces. Never mind the Insomnium shoelaces.
No, but I'm saying...
Remember the band with the toilet paper?
The thing is,
Let's not forget that.
I knew this band was going to be something like this, because all I had to do was read the name of the song.
Solace of the Night?
Exactly. There's no way this is metalcore, and they're from Finland.
Could be Doom, though.
I was thinking this or Doom. That was what I was thinking, or like a combination.
Oh, Death Doom? Melodic Death Doom?
A melodic Death Doom kind of combination. That's the only things that were in my mind. There was no way this was going to be fucking power metal or melodic, not melodic death metal, but was metalcore, deathcore. Like, there was no way. It was going to be this. You said Finland. I read the title. That's my opinion.
That's where you go.
That's where I went with, and I was right. I mean,
yeah, the writing was on the wall. In this case, on the monitor screen.
Exactly. It's like what's that show where they have all the letter Jeopardy? Is it Jeopardy where they have all the letters out?
No, that's Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of Fortune. It's like Wheel of Fortune, and every single letter is there except for one, and it's spelt itself. That's how I felt going into this.
All right, fair enough. But the moment I'm not disagreeing with you, but having said that, there's a lot of melodic death metal bands in Finland. You not necessarily know you're going to get something that sounds similar to like Insomnium style in terms of the melancholy. Like I'm wearing Blood Red Hourglass. They sound nothing like Blood Red Hourglass.
I know, but you're also going to get bands. The thing is, you're also going to get a lot of bands that are inspired by Insomnium and other bands like Insomnium. So you're always going to get, if you're not so sure about a band, there is a 50% chance that band's going to have some like a little bit of DNA from a different band.
No, because they're all influenced by one another.
They're all influenced by one another. That's just how it is. So if they sounded like Wolfheart, then they would sound like Wolfheart.
Actually, there was a little bit of Wolf. At the beginning, there was also a little bit of Wolfheart, especially when the harsh vocals came in. But there was also a little bit of Wolfheart.
So there's always,
and the scenery too.
There's always the taking hairs off of each band to create a nice.
I think it's impossible not to, though, because you grew up listening to those bands.
Exactly.
So obviously they're going to influence, and they're going to influence your playing. They're going to influence your taste. They're going to influence your style. So when you start making your own music. You don't live in a fucking vacuum. You're not in a bubble, so you obviously going to bring. But
if you live in a town in Finland and like almost everyone's in a band and it's like melodic death metal and you listen to everyone's band, you're not going to make a deathcore band. Usually, after listening to everyone, you get that. Oh, I love melodic death metal, so you make a melodic death metal.
Now that you're saying all of that, you know the funny thing is, I talked to Marcus from Insomnium and Omnium Gatherum. I did an interview with him for the channel for the new album that they're releasing. And he actually said that he's been listening to anything but melodic death metal because he doesn't want to create a record that sounds like something that he already created before or that other bands are doing. So he's listening to like Van Halen and Def Leppard and trying to get influences from those bands so that the record sounds... it still sounds like melodic death metal, but it sounds like it's influenced for something completely outside. So while I understand what you're saying, sometimes you have to take a conscious effort to go
outside of the box.
Yeah, so like listen to bands that are outside of the genre that you're making.
Van Halen and Def Leppard. I mean, if you're gonna listen to them, and then I feel like has that been? I feel like that's kind of been done before for when it comes to melodic death metal.
I don't know if it's been done before, but
elements.
But I think it's not necessarily the bands that you're taking classic elements from. Is the idea of going outside of your genre to get influences for an album from a completely different genre instead of listening to bands that play exactly the same thing as you. If you do that, you run the risk of creating a record that sounds like a previous record that you've made, or that sounds like a record from somebody else within the same genre as you. So there's some merit into that, but at the same time, you have to have the foresight of saying to yourself and the band, hey, listen, guys, let's go outside of our genre to get our influences for the next record so that we don't create a record that's been done before.
Everyone listen to a different genre from...
Yeah, bring your own taste from your youth. Because let's face it, a lot of these guys, not these guys in this band, but a lot of the guys in bands like Insomnium and Wolfheart, they didn't grow up listening to melodic death metal. They grew up listening to something else, like death metal or classic heavy metal, Iron Maiden, whatever the case might be. So for them, it's easier to go out into those areas and bring those influences in. For a band like this that perhaps grew up listening to Children of Bodom, Swallow the Sun, Wolfheart, these guys, it's nearly impossible for them not to piggyback off of those bands.
Exactly.
It's nearly impossible.
Always take a little bit of... They're going to try recreating some DNA from different bands.
Dude, but the song was amazing.
I never said the song wasn't good. The song is amazing.
You're saying that you're not shocked by the fact that I said that it reminded me of Insomnia.
Exactly.
All of this to go back to that. Okay,
exactly.
Fine. I like the harsh vocals. I like the clean vocals. I like the melody of the song. I like the melancholy of the song. I'm with you. When the two of them come together, to me, that's magnificent. But I really like that the first time the clean vocals hit, I thought that was just like, okay,
I think one of my favorite parts of the song, and it didn't get that much of shining light in the song, which I kind of wish it did, was that bass part where it was just bass. Well, not just bass, but like...
Yeah, the bass was in the forefront.
Mainly bass. And I fucking loved it, dude. Because the bass had such a nice smoothness to it, and it was just so... I don't know, it had a deep and smoothness to it that I just really enjoyed.
Okay, but what do you want them to do more with that? I mean, they had that piece there, like...
I'm just saying, the bass could have been... in other sections of the song, just come in for like not even 2 seconds,
so
but like
to have a little bit more like peeking in and out.
Yeah, like poking holes in a water bottle type thing, where like just peeking in and out, some breathing holes.
All right, so not just that one time.
Not just that, because it was so nice. Like
but if it's peeking here and there, you're not gonna get that same niceness because it's gonna be drowned out by everything else.
No, that's not it though.
You wanted to jump it a little bit more into the forefront, give it a little...
Just around the end maybe, because it gave it to me once and it was making me crave like maybe a little bit more. Not too much.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I didn't want to overdo it.
Oh, you're talking about maybe closing the song with that same bass style, like as the closing.
Yeah.
That would have been interesting.
Because that bass really got to me.
That was nice. I like the song. I like the sound. The only thing I didn't like about the track is that sometimes I felt like the changes that the song had took me a little bit off of my path. Like the song is kind of taking you in this melancholic road, and then suddenly would change, almost like the tempo would change and would become something a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more faster, and then it would change again and go back to that more melancholic stretch, and then would change, and those changes were abrupt enough to kind of like almost like the needle would jump on the vinyl, to use like that kind of a reference. Do you know what I mean? The vinyl is not playing smoothly. Every so often I felt like the needle was kind of like jumping off.
And by the time you get to the end of the song, you're like, well, I'm here.
Yeah, I enjoyed the track, but
how did I actually get here?
But it felt a little bit bumpy.
Yeah, it was a bumpy ride, but actually, how did I get? It's kind of like the guy in the video. He got to the end, and
we don't even know where the fuck he's doing.
Exactly. He's like, he got to the end, and he was smiling because he enjoyed he enjoys the scenery and everything. But then he's like, how the fuck did I get here? Like,
I just think a song like this should have dove deeper into the melancholic side of the track
to kind of gel everything
together. Like, because
yeah.
the clean vocals add to that melancholy, and while the harsh vocals bring a little bit of harshness and heaviness into the forefront. And this song, when it was at its best, it was when it was the most melancholic. And I almost wanted them to kind of like, you find that path and you go as deep as you can within that path. Bring all the melancholy that you can. Keep that path smooth, taking you down this really dark hole. That's what I wanted. Those speed bumps along the way kind of like took me off of that path. Didn't make that path linear to me. You know, it every so often that path got interrupted by something.
Reset me a bit.
Yeah, it's like when you're watching a movie on TV and the commercials come in, like at the best moment possible, fucking cliffhanger, boom, commercial.
And then by the time the commercial
is over, then you have to kind of like get back into it again
because you've kind of so
because you kind of forgot where
it's that reset. That was the main problem. It was just every single time it had that abrupt change, it was resetting.
It was resetting me, and I wanted the path to be smooth, and not just smooth, but take me deeper into that melancholic sound that overall was to me the driving force of the song. Because when the song is at its best, is when it's the darkest, that melancholic vibe with the clean vocals, the harsh vocals, the two together, the guitar's super melodic, the drums a little bit heavier, everything is pushing you down to this dark path. So you want that journey to be uninterrupted as much as possible. At least that's what I want. Those resets kind of like, now I have to kind of fucking get into it again. And then get into it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So to me, that's the little caveat.
That was my one thing.
That was my one thing. All right. For you, it's the bass. For me, it's that. So there we go.
Oh, no, the bass I liked. Oh, no.
No, you wanted the bass more again. All right. But you agree with me?
I agree with you. I agree with you.
All right, guys, this is it for today. Thank you for Distress of Ruin to request themselves on Patreon. Boss.
Legends.
Boss. This is totally boss. All right, we'll see you guys on Patreon, and we'll see all of you guys on the next video. Take care.
See ya.